KGC Show with Cowboy Caden. The KGC Show with Cowboy Caden. Everybody know, ohs. Everybody know, ohs. The KGC Show.
Hello, KGC fans and listeners. Welcome back and thank you for a great 2024. On to bigger and better things for 2025. And I wanted to kick off this year with one of the best guests that I know. And it only had felt right for her to be on the show to start this new year. So, my friend from Cleveland, Ohio, the great Kate Stanton. How you doing, my friend?
I'm well. Thanks for having me, Kaden. It's nice to see
Oh,
you, and good morning.
good morning. It's really early over here, so
Yeah.
how's the weather
Yeah.
over there?
It's very cold. We're supposed to be getting even more cold weather. Lots of snow. I'm actually near Cincinnati, so I think Cleveland is supposed to get even worse weather because of the lake effect. But yeah, it's winter. What do you expect?
It's cold.
That's right.
I understand that in 2025 you're releasing some new music. Can you talk to us a little bit about what fans can expect from you?
Yeah, I'd love to. I've been working on demos the past few months. I've got about 11 or 12 right now that I'm semi happy with. So I just really want to streamline my sound, be a more in alignment with what I feel, with what I'm going through, um, which right now I just really want to express hope and new beginnings for a lot of us. Because it's just been very heavy in the news. It's been very heavy in general. And music is my outlet, and I want to share how music helps me with other people.
Yeah. So how has that what has been kind of like your writing process for this new project?
Really, I carry my notebooks with me everywhere. They're in my car, they're at work, on my desk, in my purse. I always have a notebook with me, and I'm always using my phone to sing little melodies. And then usually on the weekends, I settle in here, my music room, and really spend hours just kind of getting all the ideas that I've been brainstorming throughout the week. I just kind of dump them into my DAW and try to organize, oh, this would be a cool song, or this one, maybe not so much, and then cut and see what works. And then I usually give a few days, rest my ears, and I'll go back and see if it still resonates. And if it does, then I have a little folder of my little demos that I'm collecting right here. And then I just tweak lyrics. One of my favorite things to do throughout my work week is I will take a lunch and I will go to the park behind my office. And I have alone time, I have quiet time, and I just kind of jot down what the song makes me feel, what the vibe is, how I want to say what it is I'm trying to say in lyrics. So, and then once I have that on the weekends, I play around with the vocal melody.
Can you
That's
talk to us a little bit? Yeah. And one of my favorite songs on your YouTube channel as of right now is a song that you wrote called Home. Can you talk to us a little bit about the inspiration behind that song, Home?
Thanks for saying that. That was so I did this Saturday songwriting challenge for myself back, I think I started in the summer, and it was very bare bones songs and piano, vocal melody, lyrics that I was more than likely ad-libbing at the time. But Home, I wrote that one because of the expression, and to paraphrase, it's something like home is a feeling, home is not necessarily a place. And I just felt at that Saturday morning in my life that home was my feeling, music is my home, and just that feeling of peace and trying to realign yourself with what matters. That's really what that song's about.
And it's a beautifully written song as well. That's probably my favorite one.
Ah, thank you.
Is there a song that you wrote that you put up on YouTube that did surprisingly well that kind of shocked you?
Honestly, The Fog. Um, I wrote that in October, I think around October 2022. I know it was the year 2022, and it was a rough demo. And I was very surprised that someone wanted to further polish that, like when 12 Below did that a few years ago, because that was one I wrote in like less than an hour and just posted on YouTube with some pretty background pictures of actually the Pacific Northwest, where you're from. Yeah. Yeah. I was like looking for pictures of the large, conifers, the firs, all those beautiful trees you guys have on the mountains out there, and how the fog weaves in and out of them. But that one surprised me because I never thought about that one again. I just kind of put it on YouTube. So that's the power of not overthinking when you're doing creative things. I think just listen to your heart, put it out there, see what resonates.
So with this new music, do you feel more comfortable as an artist or a songwriter? What do you draw more from?
I think that so I choose a word every year, and in 2025 I chose the word action. Last year I chose the word clarity. The year prior I chose courage. It's no secret that I feel shy sometimes about sharing things, and so I feel like I'm finally at this point where I want to take action. I've done everything I can behind the scenes to be the best version I feel I can be. So why keep hiding it? I want to take action. And with that, take you have to take risks. And risks are showing your true self, being more in alignment with what you believe, what you think, what you feel, and not hiding behind things that I always felt maybe a little shy about. So that's really the 100% honest truth, is that I'm more in alignment with where I want to be artistically.
So do you feel like this music, and I know that it's kind of hard to pick one, but do you feel like some of this writing that you're writing today for this record is some of the best writing you've done, or is it kind of just adding on to the greatness that you've already done in your career?
Thank you for saying that. I think it's a natural progression in the way I want to be perceived and the way I want to go. And that's all we can do as artists, is share where we're at in life and where we're at in our growth cycle and our growth period. And this is where I'm at now, and this is what I want to share. And I'm proud of it because I think it's very hopeful, and I think um, it just feels good to listen to. So I think that other people will find that as well. And that's my hope, is that other people will find it healing or helpful.
Can you talk about now that you have a little team behind you, you have a lot of or a little group of people that are helping you with this new music. Can you talk to us a little bit about what that input means to you?
Yeah, well, for instance, you do. You help me a lot, and you've had a very successful year. I pay attention to your channel, and I pay attention to how you encourage other artists and other people who are putting themselves out there. You're very easy to talk to. You're a great interviewer, and I appreciate you. So you're one of them. And Jeff Panzer always encourages me, and that's really nice because I could be in a bit of a creative slump where just you never know what one little message can mean to an artist that might be feeling a little writer's block or something, truly. So our words are powerful. And just online, I have a group of people that are so, like, they inspire me, because whether it's something they're doing in their own careers or something they said about something I've put out, it's, I don't know, it's always so encouraging to see the kindness of others when you are trying to create something original. And sometimes you have those moments of resistance, or moments of, I like this, but what is this going to translate as online? And am I crazy?
Uh, I love. I'm so excited for people to hear this new music and what song on this new project are you most excited for people to hear?
Well, I think the one that Angel Wings recently put a little snippet out about, I'm really excited about that one because that one's about like the hope of where do we go now? Like I was even thinking of like marching on a hiking trail when I was writing it. It was like, let's go. The path is forward. Let's move on, new beginnings. And yeah, and I love how she did that little video, by the way. So that's one of my thoughts with that.
Do you think that it's do you think that it's easier to like Snake, like your song Snake? Do
Mhm.
you find that it's more easier to write songs like with just easy titles, like with Snake? How did you come up with that title?
So that I had the privilege of working with 12 Below, the progressive rock band from Germany and the United States. But he wrote the music to that. And then when he sent me the music, I wrote the lyrics about it. It just I was closing my eyes, listening to it, and I thought of a two-faced person, a snake, a person that is not necessarily on your side. And it was just felt like this visceral, like rock song, you know? So that the credit goes to for the music, the vibe, that goes to Toby. Um, and then I just created the lyric around what that song felt like to me.
Can you talk to us a little bit about some of your goals for 2025?
You know, my goals for 2025 are to push myself to be, I keep saying alignment, so that must be exactly how I want my music to be, is more in alignment with how I just want to spread hope. I want to share beautiful songs that make people escape from reality for a few moments. And I want to make people feel good with my songs. I want to spread truth and honesty. And I know these are big things, but that's what first is on my heart when you ask that.
Can you talk to us a little bit about what the response is like when you get the response back from your fans on a certain song that you've written? Can you talk to us a little bit about what when those people say those really nice things about your music, what does that mean to you as a person first?
Yeah. So there is, I actually wrote a song called Do It Anyway about this feeling of you still have fear, but courage is choosing to do it anyway. And when you're creating something that means a lot to you, I mean, it can be at times. At least I feel it. I know a lot of artists feel it. A lot of writers feel this. It can be hard to put your baby out there and be like, "Hey, look at this," you know? And I just have gotten to a point where it matters too much. I love music too much. I gotta stop overthinking it. I just put out, and it's nice because the messages I get are some of the most profound ones to me are when someone does tell me it's helped them or it's soothing. Or recently, I did a collaboration with Ambient House they're in Ireland, and someone added it to a meditation. And I just thought that was the coolest thing because I do think music can get you into that mind space anyway, where you just feel better about things or you feel understood. And I just, I love it when I get messages like Epic Roxy. Hi, Roxy. She does that all the time. She says, "You have the voice of an angel," and all this stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so. So I'm very grateful for anyone who's streamed my music, shared my music, played it. Anything resonates with them. It means the world.
What do you want to, you kind of touched on this a little bit, but what do you want this particular new music, the 2025 version, what do you want music to have you remembered by? Like,
That I'm resilient, I don't give up, that I have something to say, and my voice may be soft, but it's loud and clear in my message. And my music is my message, it's my life's message. And I don't want to be led by fear. I don't want to be led by what other people think or say or do or overthinking myself. Just, I want to put it out there with courage and I want to inspire others with it and give others a voice that maybe never thought they could do something, because we all have our gifts. Yeah.
That's incredible. Thank you so much for being my first guest on this year because you're just the episode we needed to kick off the new year of fresh
Awesome.
positivity and a light that needs to be shined more than ever. And can you talk to us a little bit about how your faith has put a big part into the picking the songs for the album?
Yeah. Well, anytime that my life starts to feel a little less hope or less light, I realize I'm trying to take control and I give it back to God because I believe God, He has given us all our own unique gifts, but we have to choose to ask Him, what is it I need to do with this? And follow Him. And His plan for our life is not always what happens in our earthly life. And we have to keep giving it back to Him. Like in worship, we give it back to Him. And so anytime that I start to struggle, I'm being prideful again. Help me realign. What am I doing? I need your help, God, please. Yeah.
I couldn't think of a better guest to start off the new year, and this is point proven. Thank you, Kate, for giving this show so much light and that you your music is probably my top 10 favorite music. In fact, I was just the other day I was listening to you on my phone, on my iPhone. I have all your music downloaded to my phone and I have you on different random playlists. And so I could be listening to country music and then next song is you. And
Yeah.
I'm always amazed at what I hear. And how does it feel? Last question is how do you feel knowing that guys like Toby and these people from out of the country want to work with you because of your music? What does that feel like for you?
That's one of the reasons I brought up The Fog because that's still one of my favorite songs I've ever collaborated on. And I'm so proud of the work I did with Toby and 12 Below and other collaborators. I worked with my longtime friend Marion Kessler for many, many years, and I always looked up to her lyrics. So I think I just feel very humbled by my collaborators, and I feel very very honored that I had opportunities to work with other artists that inspire and help you grow and help you see things in a different way.
Kate, thank you again for coming on the show. But before we let you go, you want to kind of close us out with a little rapid fire, kind of fun way to end out the show?
Sure.
What's your favorite book?
Ooh, how to Kill a Mockingbird is one of my favorite books, so I'll go with that. Yes.
Art, what are you listening to today?
Right now, I was listening to Court and Spark by Johnny Mitchell, that album earlier this morning on record.
What's your what's your favorite movie?
Interstellar's been my favorite movie for a while. I love that movie.
Uh, what's one thing that you want to be remembered by when you hang it up in the music industry?
Kindness and integrity.
And last thing, but most importantly, what has what piece of advice can you share to the audience that may be looking for that voice that and may be afraid to speak up and say that they want to do music? What would
Yeah.
be your advice to them?
To drown out the noise of the world and sit with yourself, be honest with yourself, and what is that still small voice telling you you need to do, and go do that, regardless what anyone else thinks.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And that's how and that's how you start off a podcast year, my friend. Thank you to the incredible Kate. And where can people keep up with you?
I'm active on X, Kate Stanton Sing. I have Instagram, Kate Stanton Sing, and then I'm going to be doing more of my music. I'm going to have a Bandcamp, YouTube. I'm on Spotify, and SoundCloud. So you can listen whatever streaming platform you like, Apple, whatever it is you like these days. There's some shifts in the music industry, but Yeah, check me out on YouTube for sure, because I hope to be putting more videos out too.
Well, we will do that. We'll link to it all in the description down below. And Kate, I wish you nothing but the best of 2025 and come back and see us anytime you want. Anytime you got new music, I would be happy to have you on.
Thank you, Kate, and I hope the same for you. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever wanted to know how to start a podcast with a great guest, I think I just proved it to you. The way Kate, I can't thank her enough. And thank you guys so much again for a great year last year. And on to bigger and better things. We got some big guests lined up for the show. I can't really tell you who they are, but they're coming. And I can't wait to see what God does with this podcast. And I also have to give a special shout out to my friend Jeff Panger as well, because without that phone call of him telling me to change my name from the Spokane Man to the KGC Show, me sitting at 101 subscribers right now on the channel would not be a thing. So, Jeff, thank you, buddy. I owe you. I love you with all my heart. And Kate, keep up the great work. And thank you again for all the great music.
You too, Kaden. Thank you.
And we'll see you again on the next episode of the KGC Show. Hey, Danny Stefanetti, why don't you take us out? See you soon.